Good evening, everybody. Myself, Umar Farooq, and these are my teammates, Vinay, Vishrup, Toshik. And today we are going to talk to you about operating system Linux. Uh, my part is introduction. The paragraph discusses virtualization, which is a key part of modern computing, and it explains that virtualization allows the creation of virtual machines. These are software-based systems that act like the separate computers even though they run on the same physical hardware, like the host machine. The hypervisor, for example, VirtualBox or a VMware, is used to manage this. The hypervisor job is to divide the host CPU, memory, storage, and network resources, allocate portions of them to each guest VM, and ensure each VM works independently and securely. And this setup allows multiple operating systems like Windows, Linux, etc., to run at the same time on a single computer. In this, like benefits include better resource utilization, efficient use of hardware, isolation. VMS don't interface with each other, and cost reduction. No need for multiple physical machines. And next, host machine. Cost reduction, no need for multiple physical machines, and explanation of experimental setup. Beginning part visible starts with the host machine specification, which means the describing the system on which the virtual machine are created. What is visible? Last operating system is Windows 11. Further line plots would typically include processor type CPU and RAM capacity 4 GB, and disk storage is 40 GB, and virtualization software is like VirtualBox or VMware. Guest operating systems installed like macOS, Linux, etc. And host machine specification. This section explains the results of physical computer on which the virtual machines are created and tested. And operating system Windows 11, and Windows 11 is the primary operating system running directly on the computer hardware. It serves as the foundation for creating the virtual machine using virtualization software like VirtualBox. And it also used as a benchmark to compare the performance of other operating systems running inside the virtual machine. And the next part is continued by
The steps of installation of VirtualBox. Uh, sure, here's the same instruction explained brief, simple, and to the point, just in 5 steps. Download and install. Install VirtualBox and its extension pack on your computer. Download the Kali Linux ISO from the official Kali website and create a virtual machine. Open VirtualBox. Click New. Name Kali Linux. Type Linux version. Debian 64-bit. Allocate 2 to 4 GB RAM and 20 plus GB disk space. Attach the Kali ISO under storage optical drive. And next third step is start installation. Start virtual machine. Choose the graphical install. Select the language, region, keyboard. Create username and password. Choose the guided entire disk for partitioning. Let installation complete and reboot. Now the first step is install guest additions for better performance. When Kali is running, menu the devices insert guest additions CD. Open terminal and run sudo apt update. Then allow Kali to install the guest additions from the disk. It usually prompts, and the final step is final setup. Enable full screen view auto resize guest display. Check internet works. Start using Kali tools. Sudo apt install tool when needed. And next will be continued by Vishtut.
Then I will explain about the observation. Kali Linux and Windows 11 are both powerful operating systems, but they serve different purposes. Kali Linux is mainly used by ethical hacks and cyber security experts. For testing network and system security, it's open source, highly customizable, and gives users full control through the command lines. On the other hand, the Windows 11 is generally purpose operating system made for everyday users. It focused on easy of use, a modern graphical interface, and a smooth performance for tasks like browsing, gaming, and office work. In short, Kali Linux is ideal for professionals who wants control and security tool, while Windows 11 is better for um, comfort, complete compatibility, and user-friendly experience. And next part is competitive evolution. The in that first one is process manager. This is how the operating system handles running program. It starts, stops, and keep tracks of all the processor runs in a system. In Kali Linux, you can control this processor directly using commands. In Windows 11, you can easily manage them using Task Manager. CPU scheduling. This device which program gets to use the CPU next. Since many tasks runs at once, the OS quickly switches between them. To make everything feel smooth, Linux used a fair scheduling system, while Windows 11 gives higher priority to more important tasks to keep the computer responsive. And next one is memory management. This part of the OS manages the computer RAM, designing how uh, designing how much memory each program gets and frees it when done. Both Kali Linux and Windows 11 use virtual memory, meaning if RAM is full, some data is temporarily stored on the hard disk. And next one is resource handling. Resource handling. Every computer has limited resources like CPU, time, memory, and input-output devices. The OS makes sure all programs share this fairly without conflicts. Kali Linux lets users control these details manually, while Windows 11 handles most of it automatically in the background. Next part will be continued by Vinay.
Now I'm going to explain the conclusion. We successfully utilized visualization technology to compare and analyze the distinct operational philosophies of Kali Linux and Windows 11. Through this process, we observed that Linux kernel in Kali performs especially well in manual resources control, and it demonstrates a lean, efficient, and flexible design that is ideal for specialized and security-focused tasks such as penetration testing or a network monitoring. This highlights how Linux prioritizes control customization and performance efficiency. On the other hand, the Windows 11 kernel focuses on providing a smooth experience. It delivers a stable response and a user-friendly environment, which makes it more suitable for general-purpose desktop use. Windows emphasizes easy use and automation and accessibility, making the preferred choice for everyday users. This use of virtualization was crucial in the experiment. It allows us to safely test and run both systems simultaneously while maintaining proper isolation and system stability. This helped us to directly compare their resource management performance and usually under similar conditions. In summary, the results reaffirm that Kali Linux exceeds the efficiency and control while Windows 11 stands out in usability and convenience. Both systems have their own strengths, and choosing between them depends largely on the user purpose and technical requirements. Thank you.